On Peitu Wash Day, many of you know me as faculty of the Education Department at Sinta Gleshka University. I am pleased to have the opportunity to share my experience working with you as you build your Google Classroom and explore digital learning. My experience with distance learning began many years ago at Oglala Lakota College when they began to move to hybrid distance classes through Blackboard and a pigtail system which is similar to Skype. As a result, moving from a traditional classroom setting to distance for OLC, as well as other universities at that time, showed below average student completion as related to a traditional classroom structure. The decline in student course completion caused me to consider my instructional delivery to keep students engaged in their learning and to complete courses through the use of distance technology and tools. The completion of assignments was one major area that I considered, which traditionally leads to students' dropout or course failure. With this, I played with the flipped classroom concept. The pedagogical approach defined in short by Eppard and Rajni includes inverting the classroom so that the transmission of information, lecture, happens outside a class and the traditional out-of-class work is completed in class with the teacher. As teachers, one cannot discount lecture, and most instruction in one way or another will include it, although there needs to be more to have students come to class prepared with some content knowledge to engage in meaningful dialogue. I included voiceover PowerPoints for my lectures, content-related reading selections, internet hyperlinks to sites, personal developed screencasts, and our content-driven videos to expand on course content. I planned all this out in the form of a formal written lesson plan complete with the topic, goals, objectives, and student learning activities, closure, and evaluation. The formal lesson plan was sent to students before our class face-to-face time moved now from Pigtail to Google Hangouts, which is similar to the current Zoom for real-time meetings. To my dismay, many of the students didn't take the time to preview what I had put together before our face-to-face or real-time class with the use of Google Hangouts similar to Zoom. They were not prepared to complete planned assignments for the flipped classroom. As a result, during our face-to-face time with my students, I covered the formal lesson plan and engaged students in the prepared content area learning activities that I posted at my personal Google Blogger. Students and I followed the lesson plan covered in class and discovered the benefit for students who weren't in attendance as well as those attending class to go back and preview the prepared lesson plan and learning activities available for them at my blog site. Over the last few years, I have moved my digital teaching to include Google Classroom rather than a blog site. Just as with my teaching, I consider myself no expert with the Google Classroom and the many tools available, although I am pleased to share that experience that I do have, and I'm sure I will learn from you too. I continue to learn why the educational delivery has changed, and we are now faced with exploring the many means in which to support learning in a digital age. In closing, from the words of Krupnik, regardless of the pandemic's effects, online education has to be on the rise. Nearly 3.3 million college students at undergraduate level, or 1 out of every 6, took online classes in 2018, the last year from which the figure is available. And nearly 40% of graduate students took at least one online course in 2018, compared with fewer than 30% just 6 years earlier. Surely since 2018, and now we're into 2020, it is time for SGU to begin the exploration of distance digital learning. With this, I'm excited to begin the learning journey into the digital age with you all.